better start than that? I suppose in the middle they came back into it. How'd you see it?
Yeah, very good start. We obviously they were. We didn't talk about it, but listening to their language during the week about the performance against the Sunwolves, we knew they were going to come out firing, and we can't do anything about. Well, we've just got to make sure we come out and do the same, and I thought we did that. Execution was outstanding. Managed to put pressure on them through territory, and had a good start. And they're a good side full of internationals, and they came back at us. So, but we managed to regain momentum and finish the game off.
First, you and Allan, fair old response to the set piece, especially the scrum there for the first half.
Sorry, what was that?
Fair old response to the set piece, especially the scrum.
Yeah. No, I thought I thought scrum and maul got us out of trouble a couple of times there. You see a nice little player in the front off the back of a maul as well. So there was some improvements there, but we'll get better again.
Just anyone to come out and make a statement, especially on the scrum front. You did that, and how did you see it?
Yeah, I think last week we weren't happy. Around our set piece. It was definitely a growth area for us, and I think in terms of being a tight end and being the front of the pack, I think we took that step forward there, and we just need to continue to build on that.
Yeah, Allan, did you take that personally, like last week, the scrum not firing how you wanted it to?
Yeah, man. I think last week, we came up, against a quality side, who dominates up front in the set piece, and we knew that was going to be the same challenge today against the Rebels. As Dan alluded to, they have some international players both in their forward pack and in their back line, so we knew that it was a growth area for us in the set piece. And I think the boys, came out well and grew from that from last week.
Is there still room for it to keep getting better?
Yeah, mate, there's always room to improve and to get better. And that's something to look back and review from that game and just move forward from there.
Last year they're up, I think, 19-3 at half time. But you guys were up, they came back and won. What was the message at half time?
We just wanted field position, play territory, and just tidy up a few things during our clearance. We'd score points and put ourselves under pressure a couple of times. So that was the main lesson we didn't talk about last year. We just needed to continue doing what we were doing well in the first 40 minutes, and a different group this year. Guys, there's plenty of guys that played in that 23 tonight that weren't around last year. So I'm glad we've got the monkey off our back.
And ahead of a couple of games against New Zealand, so that's pretty important, impressive start to start the season 2-2.
It's a good start, and we're at home, and we knew that it was important. The first 3 games at home, just before we go to Hamilton, and then have a week off. So we just got to keep building momentum, and I thought pleased with the outcome last week, but tonight there was a lot to like about the performance as well. Thought we scored some really nice tries and played some smart football at times, and guys like Alessio had some nice touches.
No, we spoke about him last week as well, but giving composure, I guess not just the classic touches and the passes, but he's got a lot of composure.
Yeah, he does, and I've said that all for the last couple of weeks. It's a real strength of his, is how he is such a composed kid. Doesn't worry about mistakes or let pressure rattle him. So if you've got that as a 10, it's a strong trait to have. So he's got a whole lot of natural skill to go with it as well. But I think between the ears, he's got a lot of qualities as well.
That drop goal sort of says he's just going to back himself, or whatever he sees, he's just going to pull the trigger.
Yeah, it is, and I can promise you we've done no drop goal practice. That's all his. I think a captain's runner might have said to him, mate, just make sure you practice a couple. But we hadn't gone through a setup or anything like that. It was all driven by him, which again, very good.
And in all seriousness, ahead of next week's game, the 7th off and so tonight, but important to score some pretty impressive tries and hopefully see a bigger crowd next week too.
Yeah, I think 7:15 Saturday night next week. Again, I know there's a bit of rain around, which is fantastic, but it'll be dry next Saturday from the weather forecast that I've seen. So get out and about, get out here and enjoy the momentum that we're building and watching some exciting young talents that are the future of this club and Australian rugby.
early, CEO, how they looking?
Yeah, like Tommy's a little bit dusty. I spoke to Scotty at half time, so he seemed okay. So we've got an 8-day turnaround, which is nice. We'll just go through the protocols there and make sure they're right to go. If they're not right to go, then someone else will get an opportunity. We've got good depth in both those positions.
Will Miller made a crucial turnover and has showed that he can play that level, and then Lockie obviously playing in the runners as well.
Yeah, no, it was good to have Lockie get some minutes on board in the runners game, and yeah, I thought we watched the first 40 minutes, did some really good things, and then yeah, Will. That's his game, you know, and that's why we brought him in the D zone when we're under pressure in defence. He's got the ability to force a turnover, and did that tonight.
And your wingers weren't exactly household names 8 days ago, but it looks like they're going to be. No surprises there from you, I guess?
No, I think, you know, Righty's, yeah, he's an exceptional talent. You know, his speed, his footwork, ability to beat a man one-on-one. There's not too many around like him. He's a point of difference, but I think we've got good balance there as well. And then we've got Big Soul, you know, who, again, whilst his physical profile, he's a big man. He's got a lot of subtlety to his game as well. So I think the back three there's really good balance.
Do you have to change anything ahead of a couple of Kiwi games, or is it just fine-tuning your own games?
Yeah, just fine-tuning and obviously understand that turnovers are critical against the New Zealand sides. You know that the Highlanders have always been dangerous off turnover ball, and the Chiefs will be no different. So you know, that's always a focus going into any of the New Zealand teams.
How as a board pack, when you see the backs making breaks and hits like how much does that help you get on the front foot and get that confidence that you're on top of the game?
Yeah, but obviously it makes it a lot easier for us. You know, when you come out of scrum and the backs are already down at the other side of the field, but it's great, you know, and I think, you know, especially those boys in the back line, you know, they showed up tonight, and, you know, as you mentioned before, Pete had another great game, you know, so, as I said before, mate, it's just continue to improve and to finding ways to get better as a whole squad.
And Allan, what have you learned from playing New Zealand sides over the last few years in particular?
Well, mate, they play fast, you know, and that's probably all I really know off the top of my head, mate. But you know, I think for us, most importantly, as Dan said, is just worrying about us. You know, and just fine-tuning what we have. You know, we had a great start to the season. You know, but as I said before, there's always way to improve. You know, and that starts on Monday for us.
Yeah, you sat here frustrated before on the back of losses. Things are going well at the moment, but you know, 170 caps walk out the door. How do you kind of, you know, keep a lid on things, make sure it's not, you know, we're not world beaters yet, I guess?
Oh yeah, we just, you know, you review honestly. The boys are, you know, they're smart footballers. They understand. You know, like last week there were some things to like about it. We knew we'd be a whole lot better, or could be a whole lot better, and it'll be exactly the same. You just got to review honestly. You know, like it's the old rooster and the feather duster, isn't it? You know, like that's professional sport and coaching. So you know, we won't be getting too far ahead of ourselves. But the Highlanders, from what I've been told, were beaten tonight at home. They'll similar to the Sunwolves last week. The Sharks have done us no favours there. So we'll just, you know, be honest with our review and make sure that we work hard and get our preparation right, because I think that's important for this young team. We know that if we get our prep right, tick all the boxes during the week, then performance will look after itself.
Is it fair to say New Zealand's still the benchmark and you'll have a better idea of where you're at next week?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. I mean, the Crusaders have won the comp in the last few years. We haven't got them this year, in the round games anyway. So, but you know, New Zealand teams are always quality. They'll lose players and they replace them with players we've never heard of. They've got great athletes over there. You know, they're well coached, the Highlanders. So, you know, I'm sure Aaron and Tony Brown and those guys will have them ready to bounce back and put in a good performance here.